every stride a new story written just for me.
Today is a fairly long stage of around 22 kilometers, with a mixture of sealed roads, dirt tracks and some climbs. We leave Pontevedra by crossing the Ponte do Burgo, an old stone bridge over the Lares River. After a few kilometers you can choose between the original way or the new spiritual way, better known as the variante spiritual. We keep to the right and continue along the original route. The next points of interest are the Church of Santa Maria in Alba and, a few hundred meters further on, the small chapel of San Catano, a hermitage dating from the early 18th century. As you can see, there are a lot of pilgrims as we are on the last 100 kilometers of the Pilgrim's Way to Santiago. Walking the last 100 kilometers of the Camino qualifies you for a pilgrim's certificate. Not everyone has the luxury and time to walk for 2 weeks or more and decides to shorten the experience by walking the last 100 kilometers. As I said before, everyone has to walk their own path. That's what the Camino is all about. For much of the day, we follow quiet forest paths, gravel roads, and pass small quiet villages. As such, there are no really spectacular points of interest, but the beautiful nature, vineyards and fields give us the necessary peace and quiet to fully enjoy the hiking itself. After about 12 kilometers we reach the little village of A Seca, where you can visit the Barosa waterfalls. These waterfalls and nature preserve are a small detour from the main trail and well worth a visit. It only adds 1 kilometer to the day's distance, but is, in our opinion, the highlight of the day. Five kilometers separate us from Caldas, which we reach after crossing an area full of Alvarinho vineyards. This last stretch will have to be walked with almost no shade, along paths that run between the N550 and the Chain River. The last place to rest is in the village of Tivo, where there is a bar restaurant and some fountains that will help you walk the last few meters. 20 minutes later, we arrive at Caldas de Reis, at the Church of Santa Maria, a Romanesque temple of which the semicircular apse of the 12th century is preserved, built on a primitive building destroyed by Almanzor around the year 1000, as recorded in the Arab chronicles. Caldas de Reis is famous for its thermal springs, which have been used for their therapeutic properties since Roman times. The hot springs are rich in minerals and are believed to have curative properties. Visitors can enjoy the soothing waters at various spas or natural pools in the area. Another point of interest is the Church of St. Thomas. It is a Gothic church with a striking facade and intricate interior decorations. It is dedicated to St. Thomas of Canterbury, who visited the town in the 12th century on his way to Compostela. The day ended with a pleasant surprise. We ran into Jose, a fellow pilgrim we had met a few days earlier. Meeting people and running into them later is also an important part of the Camino experience.
So good to see you. Really, really good to see you.
How
again,
were the
guys.
last few days? The last days in the rain? Heavy.
Yeah, we had a. But I love this kind of weather, don't you?
Oh my God.
See you all tomorrow for day 11 of our journey.